Hello world, and thank you for joining us on this brand new episode of Golfing the Villages. Today we are making our way over to cover the last pitch and putt currently in rotation at the Villages. As the new courses open up down south, we will be sure to cover them in the vlogs. But at this time, the third and final in this current trilogy is the Marsh View Pitch and Putt. Marsh View is located at 5233 Marsh Bend Trail and sits directly adjacent to Edna's on the green. Coincidentally and unbeknownst to us, Scooter the DJ was hosting a massive party. This boisterous crowd was enjoying the bright sun, fresh air, and smooth sounds of popular music being spun. Unfortunately, I had to cover up the songs in order to avoid any YouTube copyright violations. It is also worth noting that we had to play the course in reverse order, starting on the back nine, which I noted on the scorecard with an asterisk. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy this on-course vlog. It's another beautiful day here in the Villages. Now, looking at the 10th hole, which is our first for today, it is 69 yards to the center and 71 yards to the pin. This is lob wedge. Nice strike, a little bit of moisture there on it, but this is going to come up a touch short of the flag, but it's in a good spot. Now with this putt here up the hill, it's 17 feet for birdie. I've got this moving a touch left to right. Couple of bobbles and in the hole. Birdie. Nice birdie to start. Birdie. We've walked now to the second tee box, where it's 87 yards to the center and just 83 yards to the pin. I've got a sandwich in my hand just to be on the safe side here. And it's a pretty good strike, although it's going to come up a little short, and it's going to be just off the green there.
Short. I was just trying to get it there, then.
So now we pick up the action just off the green there, and this is for birdie. I don't have a distance, but it's probably pretty close to 20 feet. A couple of little bobbles up the hill and rolled it well past, kind of misjudged the pace there. Now this is 7 feet back down a slight hill to try and stay one under and keep this for par. Yes, good par putt. Having walked to the third tee, we notice the wind is picking up a little bit, 93 yards to the center and 99 yards to the pin. This is going to be another sand wedge that I'm going to try to get there. Okay, pretty good strike, but it is leaking to the right, so a little too much fade shape on this.
Yeah.
Hits the green and rolls right. So having added too much shape there with my fade, I've got this really long range putt here that's going to move our left to right, my right to left. I'm just looking to get it as close to the hole as I can, and that is a really good effort.
Good putt.
Really good.
In tight for a tap-in par, hopefully. Yes, in the cup for par. So with that same wind working left to right, we stand on the tee here. It's 63 yards to the center, 75 yards to the pin. I'm going to go ahead and go back on the lob wedge, try to clean up my lines a little bit. Still a little too open, adding some shape with the wind now hurting also to the right of the green. But we're on there.
Too much spin. I got to take a little spin off.
I wrote it down as a green in regulation, but it's pretty close to the edge there. We have this long range putt for birdie. It's also going to work up the hill for us. The wind you can see is whipping pretty good, and I just don't give this one the right pace. It needed more pace than that. So now we've got this 8-footer for par, and just trying to get it in the hole and stay one under par if I can. Oh no, just ran it past, and that also had too much pace. It's kind of the classic, you leave it short and then go long on the next one. So this is now for a really sloppy bogey here. Let's see if we can get in the hole. Okay, we're in.
Good job.
Thank you.
So after dropping the shot on the previous hole, we step up to this tee here, and it is 52 yards to the center and 51 yards to the pin. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the lob wedge, and I should be trying to take a lot off this. This is just a really simple, easy shot. Soft shot, I should maybe say. And I swing for the fences. I have no idea why I did that, but this ball is way long over the back of the green. Airmail. So after hitting an almost 70-yard shot when required to hit a 50, I am near the back of the green here, and I need to get this back toward the hole. When Amy pulls out, you'll see how far we really are. And I start to run this down. You see it moves. Oof. Yeah, it was moving my right to left, our left to right, and I still rolled that past a healthy amount. So now this is 13 feet to try to save par, making a total mess of this hole. So now from 13 feet, rolls it up and slides it past the hole. Oh my goodness. So I am going to have to tap this in for another bogey, back to back. All right, so trying to settle myself down now, we come up to our 6th hole of the day, which is again 52 yards to the center and 51 yards to the pin. We're going to stay on the lob wedge and try to make a much better swing that's more 50-yard-esque. And we do an okay job here. This is a good strike now going toward the green, and yes, have a good look here. With just 11 feet now for birdie, that is a very acceptable result with that lob wedge. This one has a little bit of an influence. It's going to be our left to right, my right to left. And just trying to roll it down there. And it just moved a little at the end. Maybe I did not play enough break.
So nice, and then it bobbled.
It rolled real nice to start and bobbled at the end, but we'll tap it in for par.
Oh man, that was really.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look at the last strike. You can see on the face, right?
Yeah. Show the camera.
That's like the last swing was like right there, center of the face. Okay. Same thing. Wind's pushing a little bit from the right, but I need to feel more like I'm set up draw or square with wedges, just so I don't get so much shape. And I'm almost thinking that sign, that might be the line where the sign.
Of course, the wind just picked up.
Yeah, and it just gusted, huh?
So you heard the thought process there. This is 54 yards to the center, 66 yards to the pin. Again, I am back on the lob wedge here, trying to bring it in from right to left. Let the wind help me out. Pretty good strike. Basically goes dead straight. The wind does not get it, and we've got a 11-footer, 14-footer for birdie.
Good strike, though.
And here we are now with that putt for birdie, 14 feet. I've got this sliding our right to left, my left to right. Just a little bit of movement at the end. Really not too much in this. Good pace. Get it to the cup.
Turn.
Rolls it up. That didn't have a chance. That's no good. So we got this little tap in, but we should be able to make par here. Yep, nice par.
Good job.
In the cup.
We turn our attention now to the 8th hole of the day for us, and this is 65 yards to the center, 62 yards to the pin. If you recall from my blooper reel before, this is one where I put 3 balls in the water one time.
Yeah.
And then on the left,
So,
it kind of drops off.
yeah, trying not to do that again. The flag is located on the leftmost portion of the green,
This'll be fun. Let's see
and
what
there
happens.
is a severe hillside there. So wind is moving right to left. Not really going center of the green. I'm really going more flag hunting, trying to really get it as close as I can. That is lob wedge on the way now, going toward the left side, hits on the hill, now spinning back, rolls down off the green into the collection area. This will be fun.
Yeah, that's a good.
So from just off the green here, I've got the lob wedge in my hand and I'm opening it up. I really need to hit this high and soft. That's the thought process to get this close to the hole. And I just don't give it enough effort for that, for how open the face was. I need a little more speed to carry it further. So rolling back to my feet, wah, wah, wah. So I'm going to have a second go at this. And there is water behind the flag. Obviously, you saw that in the previous shot. So, I didn't want to spill one in the water, but at the same time, you got to get it there. So now again with the face just as open as before, trying to get high and soft, but adding a little more speed. Doesn't come out the height I was looking for, but
Probably should have done the first time.
That's pretty much the standard. Get it on the green, give yourself, in this case, 18 feet, and try to make a putt for bogey. something tightened me up there, and I just didn't hit it, you know. That's really disappointing. This is going to be now for double bogey. Boy, that adds up quick, doesn't it? Yep, double bogey.
Good finish.
Thank you.
It's so pretty out here. I mean, it's such a beautiful day. It's one of those rare spring days where it's not too hot, not cold, nice breeze. We've got down there, Edna's on the green. It's like Scooter the DJ's the entertainment right now. So it's packed. This is number 18, but
Our
9 for us.
Now over to our 9th hole on this side here, the final hole of this side. 97 yards to the center, 103 to the pin. I've got a gap wedge now, finally something more. Oh gosh, that was a clunky strike. That was really terrible and deserves to be in the sand, but it actually did stay out. So we make our way now over to the front of the green here, where the ball is just sitting outside the bunker. I don't think I'm gonna have a stance issue.
It's gonna be really above my feet.
Gonna be close enough to with my feet that I won't have to stand in the sand. But when I was practicing the contact there, it didn't feel good. I didn't get the turf the way I wanted to, so I went for a second practice swing. And just got the lob wedge here, and just trying to get it close to the hole, kind of low, Scooter, that'll get there. Oh, look at that, Scooter the DJ. And there she goes. She doesn't scoot far enough to the hole, so I've got a little bit more work to try to save par as Amy pans the camera in.
Yeah. I've got it like
this now from 15 feet. I wasn't expecting to have so much here for par, but nevertheless, it is what it is. I've got it aimed a little bit left, so I'm going left to right with this putt. Rolls it up to the cup and just dives in front on the low side. And so I've got to try and tap this in for a bogey to go 4 over for the round so far.
bogey.
Good job.
Thanks.
This course also has a putting challenge, so that's why I put PC in the scorecard. The putting challenge hole does not count towards your overall score. I'm calling it a par 3, don't really know what it is, it's just really for fun, but this is 62 yards, and a full shoulder turn with the putter is going to get this ball down there. And Amy pulls in with the camera. You can see we actually got past the pin, but that's pretty good from 62 yards.
Wow.
Never really thought to use putter before.
I might be able to get this down in 2.
Little mini flag. Not as short as a putting green flag, but it's not a full-size flag.
Yeah, but it's a full-size cup though, right?
Yeah, full-size cup. No, the cup's slightly smaller too.
That's what I'll say if I miss it.
Yeah.
As this is the putting challenge, we find ourselves with 18 feet for birdie, maybe? It'd be nice if I could roll this in. And it bobbles and rolls in into the cup for birdie. Nice. Well done on the putting challenge. So now we make our way to the first tee with the music blaring, and you feel like people are watching. I'm not really sure if anyone was really paying attention, but what a time to get a hole in one. This would have been awesome. 51 yards to the pin. This is lob wedge. I gotta say, the nerves got to me and I clanked it a little bit. So this is gonna be about 18 feet to the right there. So with 18 feet for birdie, this is gonna be down the hill. It's gonna move a little bit, but not much. And with what I think is everyone watching in the background, but they're probably not. They're probably not watching. But anyway, roll this down and just missed. Got to get it to the hole, but it is an easy tap in par and kind of a fun hole because it made you feel like there were people around watching you play golf. On now to our next tee box. It is a 66 yards to the center and 65 yards to the pin. And I'm going to go ahead and stick with the lob wedge here and try to make some magic happen. Wow, really good strike now coming in on the flag and hits. Ooh, has a chance of going in. That's going to be inside of a foot.
Oh, that was
this is a kick-in birdie. Wow. Does it get any better than that? Well, yes, it does. A hole in one, but I'll take the birdie. So coming off a birdie here, we step up to the next tee where it's 52 yards to the center and 59 yards to the pin. It's a little up the hill, and I remember saying I want to kind of keep this below the hole, give myself an uphill putt. So this is lob wedge. Really nice strike now, coming in and going to be just kind of short left, and that's a good spot to putt from.
I thought I was going to rip back a little bit, but it really didn't.
So with now 16 feet now for birdie, it's going to be up the hill, moving a little left to right is what I've got. Can we go back to back? Ooh, little bobble, and just dives in front of the cup. Wow, that was a really good chance there. And now we got to tap in for par. Over to the next tee box where we find ourselves with 55 yards to the center and 61 yards to the pin. Again, we've got a lob wedge here. Wind is kind of pushing left to right, so trying to aim a little left and let the wind help bring this in.
Coming in nice.
And that's a pretty good strike, although it hits on the green and rolls a little bit away from the pin.
Thank you.
Now with 15 feet for birdie, I kind of second guessed the read on this one. I saw it as more straight, and then I played a little bit of break at the end. And let's see if I made the right call there. Rolling it up to the cup. Oh, just dives to the right at the end. That was a much straighter putt than I gave it credit for. But nevertheless, it's a tap in for par.
Yeah.
Getting the wedge work in today, we step up to the next tee box where it is 69 yards to the center and 68 yards to the pin. I've got a lob wedge in my hand, and again, you see the wind moving. Now this is more into us, so I want to make sure I get it there. Pretty good strike, can't complain. It's going out toward the flag, and it's on the green with another chance for birdie here. Speaking of chances, this is now 13 feet. Again, in that really makeable range. There's going to be a little bit of movement on it, but got to get it to the hole. Come on, let's roll another one in. This is a really good putt. Oh, man.
I might have cut across.
Just misses on the left. Probably also a little straighter than I gave it credit for, but nevertheless, it is another tap in for par.
Okay.
Making stress-free tap-in pars is a great way to play golf, for sure. So now on to this tee box here. We've got 57 yards to the center and 60 yards to the pin. The wind is shift directions. It's now right to left as we go back into this. And I've got a lob wedge. And whoopsie daisy, that is a thin ball. That is the first really bad strike, I would say, of the day. Giving myself some work here. Speaking of work here, I am on the top of the hillside here, and yes, this is still for birdie if I can manage to chip this baby in. It's going to go downhill and work away from me, so I need to land it short of the flag to let it roll down. That is the plan, at least. And this one is a nice hop, and it rolls out a little bit, and that's actually just fine. This will give me an uphill putt coming back where I can try to save par. I like that a little bit better than the downhiller. So this is up the hill now for 9 feet. I think I can roll this in. This should be just fine. Really nice stroke. Rolls it up. Oh, wow. It starts to come back at the end. And I wait on it because I think it's hanging. I give myself the 10-second count. But doesn't look like it's going to roll over the edge. So after a full 10 seconds, go ahead and tap it in for a bogey. That's a little
I don't think
I thought that other hole was the closest you could get it without going in. That one was the closest you can get it.
We've now made it over to our 16th hole of the day here. This is 75 yards to the center, 79 yards to the pin. So call it 80 yards before the wind is moving a little right to left, maybe even a little in, actually. Lob wedge now on the way, and this is not a great strike. It is short. This is going to miss the green, actually. Not so great. Well, not every strike is going to be a winner. So now we've got 58 feet from just off the green. That's still, somewhat makeable. I mean, with a hope and a chance. That's actually a really good putt. And we'll give ourselves a nice, easy tap in for par. Pretty good. Nice. I'll take that. Now on our 17th tee of the day here, it is 103 to the center, 113 to the pin. I'm going to need the gap wedge here, and this is the fullest swing I've had to hit all day. Wind is coming in and off of the right, so it is a hurt wind for sure. This is a pretty good strike. It's now looping back toward the flag, but it is kind of short, but it's on the green. Need to hit gap wedge a little closer than 62 feet to give myself an actual chance, but yeah, so it wasn't also not the best strike. Funny enough, a kid ran up on the green. I thought he was going to go pick up our ball and take it, but he didn't, thank goodness. So we rolled this up to the cup and left it short. It's okay. It's about 6 feet or so to try to save par. And let's see if we can roll this in. It'd be a really nice 2-putt. Yeah, that's a really good 2-putt. Now on the final hole of today here, the 9th or 18th, 72 yards to the center, 70 yards to the pin. Looking to hit a really controlled sand wedge here. There's a little bit of water, rocks, and kind of a tight shoot. So just hit this really controlled sand wedge. Looks really good, just right of the flag, lands soft. We were guessing how close this was. Amy took 15 feet. I took the under, so this is 11 feet here for birdie. This is a really good chance to try to close out this round. I'd like to finish at 3 over, and just couldn't bury it, but we will tap that in for par and a 4 over round at Marshview. Not a bad loop around the Marshview Pitch and Putt course today. It is a gorgeous walk with great views, and the party atmosphere at Edna's really added a little electricity to the air. As you could probably figure from watching the channel, I for one really enjoy the wedge courses because it really allows you to focus on your scoring clubs. I am also the same weirdo that really enjoys golf practice, so it figures I would enjoy the pitch and putts as well. Let me hear from you in the comments if you think the pitch and putt courses are for you, or what do you do when you play the putting challenge hole? Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, we will see you on the course.
Where's your note? We don't have a note from your parents.